up for his own reasons because he's a free thinker like Candace Owens and every other traitor. It says in the Bible, if you live by the gun, you die by the gun. You don't believe me? See for yourself. Let's promote love, you guys, right? Like, sometimes I think Trump supporters be thinking they watching the freaking 49ers, or like you said, or watching the Steelers game. This ain't a football game. Oh, hey, Equity, you said you were a better human than me. Oh, wow, I love your name. Wow, gotcha me, okay? I love your name. You said I voted and I love my people as a race, not by color. I'm white as but doesn't matter, never did. I'm a fan of you. Can I follow you? Yes, I can. I'm about to follow you. Hey, if you guys want a positive person, wow, gotcha me, okay? I'm gonna follow you right now. Oh, you got a private account, love. You gotta undo that so I can follow you. What a positive person. We need more positive people out there. Yes, of course you can have a shout out. Love.amelia.me. What's up? What a great experience so far. This TikTok. I have to tell you, sometimes it gets tough in here. If you're here when it's fluffy, I'm like, enjoy it while it lasts because they do come for me. Love.amelia.me. You said, thanks. You are best. I love that you are so positive and you don't care. Exactly. You know me. I love everybody and I don't care. I can be confident in what I'm doing because I know that I'm not discriminating. I'm not a racist. I know that I just want peace on earth, just like everybody else. And I know that it's not coming from Trump supporters. I mean, it is prevalent. I mean, where the love is coming from, the place of unity, the place of inclusion, is definitely at the Democratic Party. And the mere fact that they're trying to twist it around to make us feel like we're in a plantation is mind-boggling because there are no plantations with slaves this year, 2020. So you can just tell the way that they talk, it's coming from a very old way, outdated way of thinking, a right-wing talking point script that really needs to be redone. Listen, if I was to ever convert to be Republican, and trust me, let me tell you something, there are people out there that will tell you that your vote doesn't matter, that my vote doesn't matter. I'm sorry, not sorry, I'm an American citizen. I was born actually in Alaska. I was born in Fairbanks, Alaska, raised in Hawaii, and now I live in the East Coast in Connecticut. And let me tell you something, I work in this country, I file my taxes every year, and my vote matters. Black people's vote matters, white people's vote matters, Mexican people's vote matters, everybody's vote matters. So if you really think that you're doing something in the political realm by causing division, by saying if we don't vote for Trump or hop on the Trump train, then we're not patriotic. You got to be out your mind. Listen, if you want to vote for Trump, that's your right. But do not belittle anybody for not doing it. You know what I mean? And I know that I'm guilty of doing the same thing. But guess what? I'm only doing it because I'm seeing the hate. I'm seeing the division. And you know what? I love you anyway. But we got to stop the madness. It's got to stop now, immediately. All right, we are all here to love each other, and the American dream does have a little capitalist ideal on it, but if we're all included and we all have access, there isn't a problem with capitalism. The problem is there are things getting in American citizens' way, and that's systemic racism and discrimination. Until we get rid of those two things, we will never have equality. And it's funny that people say that it's at the Republican Party when Abraham Lincoln says he nor will ever be for the whites and blacks having equal rights. So for anybody saying that Republicans are the ones where all the black people are going to have opportunity, no, you're wrong, because the opportunity ended when we got the Civil Rights Act in 1965. If you don't want to stick to the facts because you're stuck in your emotion, and listen, I'm guilty too, but I'm going to sit here with you guys and I'm going to try to be better, right? I'm tired of arguing with people. I'm tired of it. I love music, I love dancing, I love the gym, and I love people. And I'm not going to sit here and just keep giving into the hate. So I'm going to try to work on myself. I hope everybody does, to be a better person. And I'm going to try to give you guys content with a little bit more toned down tones. I know that I'm loud. I don't know why anybody want to change that, but I need to work on communicating better, and I'm doing that. I need to work on educating myself, and I'm doing that. We all need to do that. But I'll be danged, somebody's going to sit here and degrade the people that I share skin tones with. That is not okay to degrade people of color, make them feel stupid for their intelligence, make them feel like they're less than because they can't afford to live in your neighborhood called the Republican cities. So with that said, back to happiness. But I'm out here telling everybody, don't fight. Your life matters. Your life matters. Black, brown, white, yellow, blue, it matters. And the National Guard is preparing for the worst. So why don't we just surprise them with the best, which is everybody at homes in small groups. COVID-19 is still having spikes, and celebrate with our family. Either way, if Trump wins, celebrate. If Biden wins, celebrate, because we're still here. And the true power is not in the government, it's within the people. Don't let the world make you think that the government, even on paper, has the ability to tell you how to live your life on a day-to-day basis. You said the Democratic Party is the worst thing in history to happen to minorities. Jeremy, why do you think that? Why? Please tell me why. I'm not mad at you. Why? Don't just come here and say those things without saying why. You can't just make open-ended statements without having a reason. Let's not do that here. Let's go beyond that. So how you would state a conversation in our community of intellects is Democratic Party is the worst thing in history to happen to minorities. Reason being ... That's how you talk to us out here. You said, I know it's sad. I'm white, but I love people in my life based on how they treat me. And that's how it should be, point blank, period. But unfortunately, people are prejudging people because of the color of their skin and because of their class. Some people just don't have the money, but they have all the love in the world and all the happiness in the world. Why would you judge somebody because they can't afford to live in a Republican city? Drop Top Tyler said to fund the Democrats. Why? Again, another thing that you guys do on the right is make statements and don't say why. Like, let me teach you how to talk. Or should I say talk? But Equity said, which is why we, the left side of the Democratic Party, need to seize political power. And, Equity is a very intellectual person who I admire here. He deserves it. He's freaking a genius to me. I believe in his advice, and he believes in ending the Republican Party, period. Like, he thinks you guys are all worth, nothing. For me, I think we just need to get rid of the two-party system. That's my opinion. But, we're entitled to believe what we want. You said that once we get the power, block Republicans from seeing their ridiculous ideas. Oh, yeah, Equity. So, to come to fruition, I have to agree with you. But to me, I just want everybody to get along. And these Republicans with their traditional values, also now recruiting African Americans, the gag, they want to believe that the Republican Party is about tradition and about law and order. Well, then, baby, make it about tradition and make it about law and order. But you will not make your white supremacy, racist mentality a norm. Amen to that statement, Andrea. Cowgirl's mama said, no one should ever be in the need in the planet's wealthiest nation in history. Right. Wow, gotcha, me. Okay, so I'm almost poor as dirt, but my mama raised me to judge people by the character, not skin color. Absolutely. And you know what we need to do? We need to start putting people in the office that are going to fight for policy and do their job, and not make it a what is it called? A popularity contest like Trump did. Like, this isn't a show, yo. This is our lives. So I don't know if I'm going to get everybody's comment, but I'm going to try to. Drop Top Tyler said, which I love that name, systemic racism doesn't exist. Well, Drop Top Tyler, I'm trying to tell you that you're just misinformed. It definitely exists. Not only have I dealt with it my whole life, but people everywhere are dealing with it. And the mere fact that you don't see that, I would challenge you to really listen to the stories of the people that call themselves citizens of the United States of America. Because it sounds like you live in a bubble. Equity said, what's your evidence to support your perspective? Exactly. Who are you talking to, Equity? And Jeremy said, why did it take until 1970 to desegregate schools after white flight? Equity, can you answer that? Because I can give you my opinion, but I'd rather a professor do it that I believe can give you the most educated answer, right? See how that works? Community. So Equity, can you answer that, please? Plus, I can't wait to hear your answer. Kaba and Kari said Black Lives Matter and people of color matter. Of course, absolutely. But I just want people to understand that it's not really just about Black Lives Mattering. It's really about justice prevailing, right? For us all. You know, one nation under God and justice for all. And it just doesn't seem like that's the case. And anybody in law, anybody that is actually patriotic will actually look at our history and see that it's been Black people, people of color that have been fighting for our country, that have the systems that we have that are in place. How much? I think 30,000 Black lives were killed during the Civil War. So while you're waving that Confederate flag, please know that 30,000 Black men fought for that flag, right? And I don't care which flag you're talking about. They all perpetuate slavery. So the fact that Black people were fighting in a war that was for their slavery, Candace Owens would have been out there proudly. Hey, Splush. Hi, Jax. Hi, Fatboy Slim. You said, do you think Joe Biden should have to take a test to see if he's suffering from Alzheimer's? Why would you think that he has Alzheimer's? And if he's going to take any type of mental capacity test, Donald Trump should take that test as well. Are you talking about a mental competency test? I think they both should take it. They both are in their 70s and old as hell. So actually, Biden's older than Donald Trump. So if you're saying that should they take a psychological test or an analyzation on their mental capability, as long as they both get to do it, yeah, sure, why not? And I want the results. Jeremy said the Confederate flag is a Democratic flag. I would never fly that Democratic crap. Man, dude, you need a history lesson. Juju, I'm going to ask that you don't block Jeremy. He needs a history lesson. So let's give it to him, please. I mean, like, it's like they only read history prior to the Civil Rights Act. Like, I'm tired of taking this class, man. I think people that are Republicans have a freaking dementia or Alzheimer's or something. Because I just don't understand how you don't see past 1964. Yes, we know the history of the Democratic Party, but why don't you see anything past 1964? Oh, that's right, because there was a realignment. And if you guys owned up to the realignment, even though it's prevalent that you guys are the far-right Dixiecrats, it would mess up your guys' whole game. But it's already been debunked. Do you know how many people attended the DNC in 1964? I think it was like 7,000 or 6,000 attendees from the Democratic Party with their Confederate flags attended the Dixiecrat DNC convention. Far right. There was a realignment, whether you want to like it or not. And you have to acknowledge that the Civil Rights Act was signed by Lyndon B. Johnson, a Democrat. Stand it. Like if I was a Republican, and I actually saw that a lot of Republicans are going to vote outside of their party because they can see what's going on. If I was a Republican and I had traditional values, let me tell you something. Let's play If I Was a Republican. Let's play that game. If I was a Republican, I would be Republican as an African American because that's where blacks first got free. That's where the opportunities were. Right? But if I was naive, I would stay on it if I didn't realize about the realignment. How about the Lily White movement? I've brought up the Lily White movement so much, and no Republican or conservatives has ever even challenged me. I believe that I could debate any Republican by simply saying, explain the Lily White movement. Let's go. If I was to meet Candace Owens today, that would probably be the first thing I ever told her. Would be like, hi, nice to meet you. Lily White movement, let's go. A movement that was meant to discredit black people in politics and make them vicious elements to society. It sounds like they're doing that again, but instead of putting it in the newspaper, they are endorsing the worst African American people to trade against their own people. Like a joke, like puppets, and making us look like suckers. And then they're going, and then we told them to say to their own people that they're in a plantation. Idiots! It makes me sick. Eagle, I've never heard that word before. You want an eagle? Oh wow, look at that candle. That's wonderful. I've never gotten that one before. Wow, gotcha. You're so lovely today. You said, I can't be a Republican. What is that word? An egalitarian relationship? What is that? Can you explain what that is? Because that's interesting. And then somebody said, Wes McGee said, they're in denial like Trump, like Putin, communists in Russia. So if they support Russia too. Mind you, Trump supports Russia. Didn't he have bounty hunters on our American soldiers? I can. If you got an American, oh wow, look at that. Juju. Listen, y'all be doing that. It makes me feel so loved. As far as the community goes. Eagle Terlin. Oh, I said it wrong. I just never heard of that. Juju. You said egalitarian. Egalitarian. I'm gonna work on it. But it means equal power. Ooh, I like that. Everyone's invited that is open to have a conversation. I actually don't even like debating. I don't like yelling. I'm actually a pretty chill person. I just get passionate when people are being really evil and hatred on TikTok and everywhere. I just get upset. I become like a mama bear mentality. Like I just want to stick up for everybody. And I have to thank my angel, Elijah McClain. I feel like he's always with me. His kind spirit. And I'm fighting for justice for him and for all of us to have a voice. Our truth matters. Listen, if Trump wins, he's going to win either way. He's going to win either way. So why not work together to build a community where we could just love each other in our own little space? And yes, it's safe. Can I say this as a witness? Down the street from my house, I saw a building being built next to my gym. And what I want to say is me and my fiance were like, yo, what are they building? Because ain't nobody got money like that. Like they completely revamped this building. And it was empty for a long time. Let me tell you something. Amazon's headquarters moved next to my gym, which is down the street from my house. And let me tell you something. It looked like Christmas. So many people working. I was like, Amazon is doing it. So did you know this? That Amazon isn't an employee basis thing. Like people invest into Amazon and buy out these routes. And you get a van and everything. And then they make their own businesses. Amazing. So I told my fiance right now, I said, if real estate picks up at some point, we should buy a route. Yeah. I will wake up 4 o'clock in the morning delivering Amazon packages on time with Christmas earrings. With my COVID-19 mask. Yeah, ma'am, I'm here to pass you your package on time. See you next week. Same thing, new socks, got you. So I just wanted to say, Amazon, where I am, don't look like they're hurting. And the fact that so many people are hopping on the bandwagon of being entrepreneurs for them, amazing. More companies need to do that. And you're allowing people to be a part of the means of production. That's a beautiful thing. Hi, Amy. How are you feeling? How are you doing, love? How are you feeling? Did you go to your doctor's appointment? I'm going to ask you how you're feeling every day. Equity said people didn't suffer as much because they have actual safety nets for their people in small businesses. Alex says, I don't like when people call black people the N-word. I know, love. Alex, you're pretty. Yeah, I know, love. And it's really unfortunate that people have to say such a demeaning word. I know. And I hear what you're saying. Cowgirl, mama, that you said after 500 million needs to be the max. Like, yeah, there should be some type, like you shouldn't be able to make unlimitless money. And for what? What are you going to do with it? Have generational wealth? No, you should give that money back to the people that are helping you live on your high horse. Not your kids that may or may not be here. Because if you die and you don't have any kids, where's that money going? Did you see that one story where a lady gave all her money to her cat? Nah, that cat gotta go. I'm not supporting animal cruelty. I love all animals. I'm just saying. If your cat is inheriting your wealth, man, you didn't love enough people. You said Amazon doesn't pay as for taxes. Maximum income needs to cap. I agree. Do we all agree? Hell. Oh, wow, Cowgirl's mama. You said we are now in the biggest wealth hoard ever in history. It can collapse. Wow. Amy says, honestly, today might have been the worst I felt in a while. I felt terrible today. Oh, I know. You're just getting started. It does get better, though. You got to find your comfort being uncomfortable. It does get better. And it doesn't last long. So I'm just excited for that baby to be healthy and come into this world and hopefully see me because I'm the aunt. Ohana, remember? King Papa 82 says, yes, many folks are leasing vans or trucks and getting routes. I think it's amazing. I don't know. I think it's amazing. Oh, you voted earlier, Kava and Carrie? Good. Congratulations. I can't wait to vote. I'm just waiting. Like, I got a few more days now, but I can't wait. I'm waking up early. I'm going to do my makeup. I'm going to vlog. I can't wait. You said the trustee will be angling to get that cat gone. Heck yeah, that cat gotta go. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe and know that if you want to make America great, you have to make it great for everyone. Love wins. Period. Please believe me.